Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Landmark Arena. Welcome to NCW, and we have an incredible night planned. But we're going to start it off singles action, DC Washington versus Eli Smiles. I'm joined here. My name is Blake Blackwell. I'm joined here alongside Ricky Page. And Rick, this is the first time we've seen Eli Smiles and DC Washington in this arena. A debut for both of them. What are your initial thoughts?
Well, it looks like we've got the opposite. We've got a young up-and-comer Eli Smiles, and of course we've got the radical, looks like more the veteran type, more technical wrestler of DC Washington.
Putting that technical wrestling to good use. Side headlock applied on Eli Smiles. And these fans, as soon as Eli Smiles walked through that entryway, these fans were electric. The energy in the building is incredible, and a lot of it has to do with just the side of Eli Smiles. It's clear to see who the fans are behind.
Yeah, I think the fans are feeling the vibe tonight. The historic Landmark Arena, it just brings that mystic feel. It just gets the fans motivated, the wrestlers motivated, and I think we're going to see one heck of a match.
Absolutely. Eli Smiles fighting back to his feet. That side headlock trying to find an escape. And there's DC Washington a second time grabbing the hair to try to stay in the headlock. This time Eli Smiles able to counter it. Perhaps went to the well one too many times to DC Washington.
Yeah, it looks like Eli's giving his own medicine there with a headlock takedown there, and that could stop the oxygen. It could make this match get you winded.
I'll tell you, on initial sight, I can tell that these people aren't a fan of DC Washington. Did you see that? Eli Smiles holding on to the tie of DC Washington to stay in that headlock.
Ooh. Hey.
Bit of his own medicine there. Off the ropes goes DC. Drop down. Big drop kick right on the money.
What a fabulous drop kick we just seen.
And DC is sent running. I don't think DC Washington was expecting this.
Nah, I think he was going to think it's a walk in the park, coming in, beat the young gun, and get out. But apparently Eli's, making a run for his money, and, he's under, whelming and not expecting this house of fire from him.
Eli Smiles keeping up that energy, chasing DC Washington all the way out. Going for a clothesline, DC Washington able to dodge, and Eli Smiles' arm just wrapping around the turn post. That could have broke a bone, shattered something.
Blake, that looked pretty nasty when he was going for it. Ooh, think of the pain that's going through his arm right now.
And now look at this, DC Washington focusing on the arm. Washington picking back up to his feet and going right back to working that arm. DC Washington has seen a weakness. DC Washington smells blood in the water. Is now going right after the arm, just driving his elbow.
A good amount of moves. You're going to need both of your arms to hold up your opponent.
He does need both of his arms, but he only needed one to deliver that massive elbow. Catching DC Washington totally off guard. A slick reversal. DC driving Eli Smiles' face right into the top turnbuckle. Double axe handle perhaps, but no. Caught. Big shot to the midsection. Cover now, this could be it. Only a count of two.
I think DC's really feeling it and seeing that Eli is actually a worthy competitor in this match.
Oh my Lord, you see him just send him careening into the turnbuckle. Big DDT, no. DC Washington able to hold on to the ropes, and Eli Smiles just fell back first, straight down. Eli Smiles went, but nobody went with him. And now right back to working that arm.
Looks like DC Washington's trying to use some tactics, rope tactics there to get a little leverage.
Yep, exactly as you said. Putting up his feet on the ropes, trying to apply more weight onto that forearm area. And now again, but the referee's caught him this time.
That extra leverage, a lot of people don't realize you're bringing that more weight and that angle and more pressure. It's not working in Eli's favor, and he's feeling the pain right now.
And a human bone can only withstand so much weight on top of it and in such an angle.
Yeah.
So he goes right back to the arm. You see Eli Smiles screaming out in pain. It's clear he's hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, he keeps fighting, but at this point, what could be the cost of permanent arm damage here? Off the ropes goes Eli, and now right around into a sleeper hold.
He's going to take the oxygen and the momentum. Oh, nope.
Eli Smiles able to bring him down. And now Eli Smiles
Sleeper hold.
With a sleeper hold of his own, but you have to think that sleeper hold probably isn't as tight because the damage done to his arm. DC able to slip through into a big suplex.
What a counter.
Cover now, only a count of 2. Goes for it again. Eli Smiles able to get out of it a second time.
You got to think every time DC was trying to cover him there, you know, it just frustrated him every time he kicked out.
DC tried to float over to the top. Eli Smiles put his knees up, hit him right below the belt. Now Eli Smiles around the turnbuckle. Big axe bomber. And an uppercut. DC Washington is sent reeling. Swings for the fences, but catches nothing.
Oh, what a boot to the head right there. Oh.
A huge European uppercut sweeps the legs out from underneath him. The Landmark faithful fully behind Eli Smiles, my apologies.
It's okay. Oh, he's got the ropes there. The experience factor working there.
Incredible ring awareness.
Yep.
From DC Washington, possibly saving the match here for him. Eli with a super kick, no caught, spun around. On out to a
looks like a
chicken wing. This could be it. Eli Smiles has to try to make his way over to the rope. DC's got that arm locked in, the one he's focused on this entire night. You see Eli's fading. The Landmark faithful trying to will him back to consciousness, but will it be enough? That's why I was able to fight back to his feet. Big jawbreaker.
Oh.
But DC able to move out of the way. Big shoulder to the midsection.
Oh.
Oh, no, this could be big.
Yeah, I was about to say, it looks like DC's thinking of something high risk here. Maybe a superplex.
Perched on that top rope. Now this is a very dangerous position for both men. This can only end badly.
Oh, yeah. Somebody's going to feel the pain from this.
Eli Smiles able to fight him off. Down goes DC Washington. Smiles on the second rope. Second rope frog splash. That could be it.
Ooh.
But
the
damage sustained to Eli Smiles when he hit that frog splash, obviously he had to brace himself on that arm. And, oh, my God, look at the elbow. I don't know if you can see that. There's a dip in his elbow.
It doesn't look pretty, and you can
could
tell
have dislocated something.
Absolutely. Looks like he's really favoring that, holding it gently at a bent angle there.
DC Washington able to kick out. That time Eli spent. Nursing his injured arm was enough for DC to come back and be able to kick out. Now chicken wing again. Big zigzag. Eli Smiles goes for the cover. And that's enough.
Wow. What a great way to start the show. What a great way.
And the winner of the match, Eli Smiles.
Eli Smiles with an impressive showing here. Despite the injury suffered to the arm, still able to come out with a victory.
Hey, it just shows the fighting spirit he has, you know, through being beat down, his arm and everything. It just shows the dedication he has to get that win.